Today is February 13th of 2025, and from today, exactly a year ago, I was in New Zealand, just about at the end of a 6-month backpacking journey, and I was surfing at the time, being taught by a friend I met at one of the hostels I was staying at. We'd go out every day after breakfast in the morning, and just surf. Even though this is beautiful, I'm kind of thinking about that now. It kind of sounds nice. And while I was there, I also found something else besides surfing for the first time. And no, I'm not going to explain this. You figure it out. At about the same time as learning how to surf, I also had a small laptop with me in my backpack that I use for, it's easier to book everything on a computer as opposed to a phone. So I brought that just for ease of use while traveling. And by this time, I remembered that I had Ableton installed on it from about a year ago. I installed it, or got the free trial version when I got my Focusrite for my guitar. This one's electric and acoustic. But I never touched it. I didn't do anything with it. It wasn't really my thing. It's not what I wanted to do. I played guitar, I played instruments, but I like to play other people's stuff. I never made my own stuff. It didn't really appeal to me. And I did travel with a guitar on my back the whole time. But I didn't feel like just playing guitar. I didn't feel like just practicing. I wanted to, for whatever reason, I just got this random inclination to sit down and try and make something on this DAW that I never used before. So after surfing, I just sat down on my bed with the computer and tried to make something. I then spent the next 2 days indoors doing nothing else but working on a song. Whenever I wasn't asked to do anything for the host, I was in there working on it. I could have been out exploring, doing literally anything, but for whatever reason, I became obsessed instantly. I made my first complete song. I noodled little parts on a guitar before, but that was about as much as I had done in the past. This was the first actual song that I had written and completed, put into an MP3 file, and could actually give to people. I showed it to my friends, I sent it to them, and they thought it was great, and I was fucking elated. As soon as I put down the last note and I had a full song, I was so surprised with myself. It was so fucking cool. It was good. That was one of the best feelings I've ever had in my life. After that, I just wanted to continue chasing that high. And I knew I was going home soon. I had about a month left. So I sat in and I thought, when I get home, I'm gonna start making my own music. That's what I want to do now. So fast forward about a year. That's pretty much what I did. Making a whole bunch of songs, continuing to practice instruments, but mainly trying to make my own stuff. And that song back in February of 2024 is one of the last things I have that I've ever actually finished. Since then, a whole year from then, I've only finished 2 other songs. And the rest of them are just little melodies, little parts. I'd start for maybe 30 minutes, get frustrated, or I wouldn't be inspired anymore. I'd get bored. I'd find an excuse to put it all away, and I would set it aside. Now I have a laundry list of just unfinished project files, just with a date, no exported MP3, just ideas. And I feel some form of guilt, some form of, anxiety about it. People ask, what happened to that song you showed me earlier? Oh, it's not finished, and, I put it aside. I'm working on a new thing. Why is that? Why do I, and what I feel many of you go through, why do we feel this constant want to be making these things, and when we sit down and do them, we just can't follow through? We can't do it. I have an idea as to why, but I find the best ways that I learn is through example and by actually doing things. So I decided to take it upon myself to go back to all of those old projects, and I'm gonna finish them all. There will be a MP3 file with the full song at the end of every single one. And this is a thing I don't think many people do. But I took it upon myself as a personal experiment to see if this is something of value. And I feel after a couple of these projects being knocked out already, I think it is. But I feel the best way to explain it is through showing you my process, giving you full context. And to make this shit even more confusing, here's a song. Shout out if you know it. My plan for how I'm going to go about this is I'm just going to pick random songs as I see them. I'm just going to click on a file, react to the song, whatever I have, and then just from there immediately sit down and just work on it until it's done. Whether it takes a couple days, if I do it in one session, we'll see. But the idea is I want to have every project file I already have. I want to have a finished version of that project through every single thing. I just want to have one for every project. And I'm going to document that whole thing. What lessons I've learned, I will show. What things of value to take away from it, I'm not sure yet. I've only done a couple of them, and so far it's already been a very rewarding experience. But we're going to see if this thing is something you should consider doing. But I think it is, and I'm going to show you why. All we got to do now is get to work. See you inside.